Shartimus, reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it, taking bad hits, taking back hits,
Decepticreeps. Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another top 10 video on my top 10 Kotobukiya statues of 2017. Now I know what a lot of you guys are thinking right now.
Hey, you're supposed to give us your top 10 worst action figures of 2017, you sellout!
I really didn't have a top 10 list of worst action figures of 2017. I just don't like buying things that I have a feeling I'm not gonna like. So most of the figures that I get are things that I want. So I wanted to do something on something I liked, and this was my idea of my own. I gotta thank Kotobukiya again for being a great sponsor of this YouTube channel. Check the link in the description below. But this was my idea. They didn't make me do this or anything like that. I'm sure some of you are assuming that. But this was totally my idea to do this, and I'm happy to do it. Now what you're looking at over here are statues that were runner-ups that did not make the top 10 list, and it was very hard getting this thing together. Again, I did spend quite a bit of time over here, you know, sorting things out and moving things around for my list. And right here we have the Artifacts Plus Batman statue from Justice League, which I really like a lot, obviously. I just think that looks great. I love the Obi-Wan Kenobi statue that we're seeing over here. This Batman animated series statue just looks fantastic. This was really tough to not include in my top 10 with all these interchangeable parts and the parts storage right there in the base. I love that. I don't know why, but I'm just in love with this Spidey 2099 statue. I just love how the black and blue mixes in right here with the paint. Then you get that translucent piece right there for his cape on the back. The Tiffany from Bride of Chucky is gorgeous, absolutely stunning. I mean, not just for the obvious reasons, but I mean, that pearlescent skirt right over there, looks great. And then we have these 1/6 scale statues. It was very difficult to not include that Green Lantern. That Green Lantern is part of my top Kotobukiya shelf that I have here in my garage, as well as that Captain America statue, which I also really like, which has interchangeable parts for the arms and everything. So I really like that as well. And then there's some others that did not make it into this top 10 list, but let's get to it. Let's start out with number 10. So at number 10, I'm giving it to the Batman and Robin Jim Lee 2-pack. This is from the Frank Miller and Jim Lee storyline that kind of just abruptly ended many years ago. But I have a soft spot for the Jim Lee style Batman. Even though this is different from how he looked in Hush, I started reading comic books again while that Hush story was going on. So I just have a soft spot for the Jim Lee style Batman, and I think the execution of both of these statues is fantastic. They actually made Robin look cool with his original design right over there with the tiny little short shorts, but he's got such strong musculature over there, it makes him look like he would be an incredible gymnast and acrobat, you know, which he is. And I love how the cape came out over here. Just a great looking 2-pack set. I'm very, very pleased with it. I love this 2-pack. And the number 9 spot goes to the Bishoujo Katana, making the top 10 list for an atypical reason for most of the Bishoujos. You know, the Bishoujos have the very, very attractive attributes and all that stuff, which this one definitely has. I really like that pose. But the main reason why this one does make the top 10 list is because of that gunmetal gray. It looks so spectacular. I love seeing the black shadowing effect on that gunmetal gray. It looks great. And I love how this whole arm guard section came out right over there, and I love the pose. I mean, the pose is fantastic. They gave for a very well endowed rear end over there. That makes me very, very happy. The only downside to this statue for me is the boots. I feel like the boots are a little too light, but otherwise I absolutely love this piece. And number 8 goes to the Artifacts Plus Venom statue, which you would assume would be higher up on this list, and it's only because the design choice. This is not my favorite look of Venom. I would like them to redo this with the Eddie Brock design, but I don't think they really can, because all those lines right there are all sculpted in there. But regardless, I think this is a great looking Venom. I have had him up on my fridge since I'd done the review on this guy. I love how the tail comes out right over here. I love that head sculpt. I love how massive and buffed he is, and all the little tendril pieces coming out over there. It's fantastic. I love this Venom statue. And then number 7, we have Harley Quinn from the new Artifacts Plus line, and I absolutely love what they're doing with this new Artifacts Plus line. If you've seen my previous reviews, you've heard me sing my praises to Kotobukiya for what they're doing for this, and I love it. It's just very appealing to me to see this more realistic look, and I love the pose over here. You get the perky butt right there against the handle of the hammer, which I like, and it's a very realistic take. It's very attractive looking, but not so far out there like the Bishoujos, so I really dig that a lot. This would have been higher up on my list if they'd given her a smile. That's the thing that bums me out about the statue, is that she doesn't have a smile. But other than that, I really do like this piece a lot. And next up at number 6 is Carnage from the Spider-Man Artifacts Plus line, and I love how this guy came out as well. I mean, obviously I love how all of these came out. They're in my top 10 list. I do have a little gripe about this guy that I mentioned before. It's just that I'm not the biggest fan of the raptor legs right over there. I wish they did include a magnet at the bottom of that right foot, but other than that, this thing just hits it out of the park. I mean, the tendrils all over the place. I love the little construct spikes that we're getting right over here. I love that head sculpt, the amount of detail and paint on this guy. I mean, we have these tendrils weaving in and out all over the place. I love the musculature. It's just a spectacular looking statue. Had to put him in my top 10, and he made it all the way up to number 6. And number 5, I gave it to Poison Ivy. Again, I'm loving this Artifacts Plus line right now, and this is the second piece from these DC Comics Gotham City Sirens, and I just really like that pose, and I love having the bendy wire vines right over here. I mean, look at that. That's a beautiful pose, right? No complaints over there, but we get a lot of great paint detail. I don't know if you could tell from over here, but we get this lighter green over the slightly darker green on those stockings. I love the head sculpt. I think it looks great. As I'd mentioned in my review, it kind of reminds me of Uma Thurman, just a little bit, but still very comic-y looking Poison Ivy. Love this piece. Can't wait to see more from this Artifacts Plus line from Kotobukiya. And at number 4, we have the Force Awakens 1/6 scale Artifacts Kylo Ren statue with the lightsaber light up feature, which looks great. If you hadn't seen my review on that, you should check it out. This thing really blew me away. I love the pose, and I love the paint detail that we're seeing with the snow on the bottom of his skirt right over here. I just love how that came out. Nice gradient white snow over the black. It looks great. I love the light up feature so much on this guy. It looks fantastic. I'm going to try to throw a picture of it up right here so you can see how cool that light up feature is. Just a great looking pose as well. There's a little bit of posability with that head, but really it's just a beautiful looking statue, and the snow itself. I mean, it's just a gorgeous piece all around. Love this guy. Had to put it in my top 10. He made it all the way up to number 4. I mean, if you hadn't already been thinking of this statue already, I mean, what's wrong with you, man? You knew Rainbow Mica was going to make it in the top 10. I mean, just look at her. For obvious reasons, she made it to the top 10. I can't believe this statue actually exists. I mean, they made a voluptuous character even more voluptuous with this piece over here. I mean, come on, man. This is just... Hey, for you Mangs out there, for you Mangs, you know us why. You know us why. And the number 2 spot goes to the 1/6 scale Artifacts Wonder Woman movie statue. I love this piece. I cannot get rid of it. I actually had somebody asking to buy it from me, and I was just looking at it more and more like, nah, man, I really like it. And they're offering a really good price too, and I was like, nope, can't sell it. Gotta keep it. Love this one. I just think the sculpt on the face just came out dead on, looking like Gal Gadot. I also really love how the legs look and the paint detail throughout. I mean, it's a very good looking piece. I love that pose too. I love that you have the swappable parts. You can include the God Killer sword if you want, or you can include the tire that she had from the BVS movie. I mean, just having the display options over there is just fantastic. And I just think it's just a stunning, beautiful looking piece. I just don't want to stop shooting this little clip over here because I'm stuck looking at the statue. Isn't she gorgeous? She's so gorgeous! And the number 1 spot goes to the 1/6 scale Artifacts Killing Joke Joker statue. Now, this is the second version of this Killing Joke statue that we've seen from Kotobukiya, and you may be thinking to yourself, well, if it's a reissue, man, that shouldn't be allowed in your top 10 list, bruh. But they really changed up the base, and that really makes a difference for me, because I thought the thing with the crate and the little creepy little angel things was kind of weird. Having the red hood right down there, I don't know, I think it adds to the character a whole lot more, especially because you do see the origin of the Joker play out in the Killing Joke story. So I just love that they included that with this. It makes it a better statue for me anyway. I had always lusted over this statue. I've wanted it for a very long time. The Joker is my favorite villain, and I love how it came out. I mean, we get great paint apps on this thing. I love the pose, of course, you know, replicating the Killing Joke cover and everything, but man, I'm just so pleased with it, just very happy to have it. I wouldn't trade this for any of the other statues that I have in my Kotobukiya collection. This is just, I love this statue. It's one of the ones that I usually look at right when I walk into my office. So that's my top 10 Kotobukiya statues of 2017. I really like the product that Kotobukiya releases, and for the record, before I had a sponsorship deal or even was receiving any samples from Kotobukiya, I had more Kotobukiya statues in my house than I had of any other company that produced statues. So I've already been a fan of what they've done here, and they just keep getting better and better, and I think we had some incredible releases this year for 2017, and I can't wait to see what they come out with for 2018. Well, I know a few of them that are coming out, and I have some reviews coming up from Kotobukiya as well, so stay tuned for those. If there's any statues that you think that should have been included in this list that I didn't even talk about, I'd like to hear your thoughts on those, and I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment down below, let me know what you think of this video, let me know what you think of all these statues over here, and if you want to subscribe for more ShartimusPrime videos, be sure to hit that subscribe button as well as hitting the notification bell. I will have another video going up later this afternoon. It will be a P.O. Box pickups video. I have a lot of stuff to unbox for you guys, so stay tuned for that video. And I want to say thank you again to Kotobukiya for helping keep this channel going. And if you guys appreciate what I do here on this YouTube channel, you have them to thank as well. I'll catch you guys later. Peace. Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't.
Your face.